Hard to believe it was 25 years ago when the Boston College basketball team pulled off one of the greatest and most memorable upsets in NCAA tournament history, taking down top-ranked North Carolina just 4 months after the football team had upset top-ranked Notre Dame. It was a special year and a special group of players who recently got together in Chestnut Hill.
To get in there and win a game and then take two against the defending national champs and #1 team in the country at the time, that was pretty awesome.
It was a special opportunity. They had just won the national championship in '93. Obviously, Dean Smith was the coach and the program at that time, and we all really wanted to play them badly. Having the football team beat Notre Dame #1, this was our perfect opportunity to just make a really loud statement.
Someone asked us a question like, how does it feel going into a game you know you can't win? And for whatever reason, that's really stuck with me. It stuck with all of us. And they started laughing. Like the reporters in the room started laughing.
We went out there and we kept saying, just believe, just believe.
Just leave it all on the court. We have nothing to lose. Nobody giving us a chance. Let's go out there and shock the world.
We weren't bothered by their size or length and athleticism. In a lot of ways, we used it against them in our game plan.
I think if you had taken a picture of the chalkboard before the game, the pregame chalk talk, and then just watched it as Cliff Notes, you would have been able to see exactly what we were doing. I mean, I think that was the first time we really followed the game plan to the T.
The game plan called for the guards to penetrate, draw in Carolina's big men, and kick it outside, where Gerard Abram decided to have a career day.
Abram for three. Gerard Abram.
What most fans remember from that game is the foul. Danye Abrams leveling Derek Phelps.
Phelps clobbered by Abrams.
So do you and Derek exchange Christmas cards?
I knew it was coming.
How could it not come?
I'm no scientist, but that's physics. You know, that's 280 hitting 140. You know, it wasn't anything violent.
I just wanted to get back and foul them, not as hard as I did, but hard.
And it changed the outcome of the game for us.
Nowadays, if I foul someone like that, they might kick me out the arena. If I had to do it over again, I would, but just not trying to hit him in the head.
Right.
But, or maybe we just leave it as is.
Abram continued to light it up.
Out to Gerard Abram. Abram for three.
And he got a look.
Curley hit clutch free throws in the final seconds, and Rasheed Wallace's attempt to tie it late was off the mark. BC had beaten the mighty Tar Heels.
BC is a winner.
I remember it like it was yesterday. We had all our fans over here to the left. I think I jumped on the table. Howard ran out the gym.
Right before we left the hotel, my parents, a bunch of aunts and uncles knocked on the door, and I was like, whoa. And then they were at my brother's state championship game the day before. And so they didn't think they were coming. You know, I said, oh, my brother's playing for the title, you got to be there. And then all of a sudden they knocked on the door and they were all down there. And I was like, wow. And to have that moment where you're winning, and I think that's kind of looking at them, I think, when they took that picture, it was awesome.
The celebration in the arena, that was only the beginning. The Eagles had a huge party waiting for them back in Boston.
Yeah, that was an insane and surreal moment. I mean, when we came to the campus, we had a police escort from the BC, the state police, and when we pulled up here at Conti Forum, the crowd, you know, I'm not thinking anyone's going to be here. The crowd was tremendous, and that's when I knew it clicked. Like, man, we really just beat the #1 team, and everyone watched it.
I had the nets cut around my neck, and we come out, and it was just unbelievable. A lot of support, a lot of cheers.
It was chaos. It was just absolute chaos. It was a great feeling.
Just to see that and be a part of that is something, you know, you'll never forget. I know I would never forget.
I still get the goosebumps when I think about it, and I feel fortunate that we had the opportunity to experience that.
What a memory, and I am pleased to be joined by Michael Vega, because Michael, as I did all my research and digging, all the old files at the Boston Globe, you were the author, so you watched this team, you were in lockstep with them throughout this journey, and it was really more than just this game.
Yeah, it was from freshman year to senior year, and it was a special group of guys, you know, led by Bill Curley from Duxbury and Howard Isley and Gerard Abram from Detroit, and of course Malcolm Huckabee from Connecticut, and you know they had been through the crucible of the Big East, you know, wars, and then they got into the tournament facing the #1 team, the #1 overall seed and defending champions, and took them down 75-72.
And what sometimes gets lost is that they go the next Friday and they beat Indiana in the Sweet 16, and it comes up short against Florida. But what are your memories of that next weekend?
It was that they were so close to the Final Four. I couldn't believe it. As I'm sitting there writing, I remember going up to Malcolm Huckabee and saying, "You're 1 win away. You're 1 win away from the Final Four. Does that sunk in?" And he says, "No. You know, we're just focused on getting that next game."